I've been absolutely fascinated by the concept of a sin eater. If you don't know what a sin eater is, it's this idea in the Christian faith that when someone dies, the family would hire someone to come in and eat food off of their recently deceased loved one's body. And in doing that, the sin eater would absorb the negativity and the sins that this person had accumulated over their life that they did not have time to repent for before they died. It was an untimely death.
It never fails that when I get on TikTok, that I always come across a video. Spirit literally be loading me up. When I say loading me up, like every scroll be like, oh, every single, when I say every scroll, like, huh? So let's talk about it. This is a practice that was not in the Christian doctrine, but it was practiced amongst the Welsh. And, some people in different areas had gotten word of it and was using this practice as well. So basically, the person would come in, they would consume a meal that included bread, salt, and beer, because these were known to be the things. If you think about how, bread consumes, it absorbs. Salt can purify. Salt can also disintegrate. If you've ever put salt on something, it has these wonderful qualities where it can kind of get hot, depending on the kind of salt. And beer is made up of hops, and that can absorb as well. And so you consume the entire meal. And by consuming the entire meal that is laid out on the deceased person's body, you are now absorbing the sin out of the body so that they can move on to the afterlife. And as I was watching the video, the guy was so intrigued by this thing. He said, I love the thought of a sin eater, right? Just amazed by that there was even this thing that it existed. But these people were treated as outcasts after that, which is probably why the church did not put it into a doctrine. But because the people were using it, it became a part of regular practice, and they would do it in the name of God. They would do it as a way to save that person's soul, to absorb the sin that the person had accumulated in that body that would keep them from transitioning on. Now, this is where the video gets good. Many of y'all are so gifted. We all have gifts. But many of y'all have so many different gifts. You don't know how to use them. You're not sure where to use it at because you have so many, right? People who had no phone, no computer, no technology, it probably didn't even have no friends, knew how to take nothing and make it into something. Someone said, you know what? I know how to cleanse myself of impurities, of sin. I know how to cleanse myself. I know how to clear myself of these things. So I can help somebody else transition onto the afterlife by consuming the sins that have been in their body by eating a meal off their body. They came up with a concept. They understood their gifts and their ability to execute a service to help someone, but would also create a livelihood for themselves. You sitting at home right now with everything you need, everything, your mind. You got a phone, you got a computer, you got tools, if you make butters, you might be like, oh, all I need is oil. Maybe not. Maybe you don't need more oil. Or maybe you can get somebody to buy you the oil to make your buzz. Please just listen to me. You might want to make some soap. Okay? You might want to run a business. You might want to clean out people's garages. But you like, I don't have a truck. All I got is a car. Do you know somebody with an SUV where you can break them off a piece of something? You can talk to these people, offer your service. These people out here that be cutting grass, they have a gift. I don't want to cut grass, but I love my grass being cut. They have a gift. They understand what needs to be done for the grass to look amazing. They know how to give a service and get paid for it. You know how to give a service and get paid for it. You just need to talk to the people. You just need to present the product. You just need to present the idea. And if you need to go old school, and I mean old school, like these Welsh people that was benefiting from the sin eaters consuming food off the deceased people's bodies so that they can go into the afterlife absorbing their sin. These people was hustlers. Not hustlers like they was trying to get over on people, but hustlers like, I need to go out here and have a conversation because I understand that they could have been eating the food off the deceased person's body and praying for them at the same time. They could have prepared themselves ritualistically because that is a ritual. They could have prepared for the ritual prior to the eating of the food off the deceased person's body and then did a closing to seal the ritual and then cleanse themselves. Why are you not using your gifts? What is standing between you and your gifts? The people who don't believe in your gifts, they're not your people. And I don't care if they're your family. They're not your people. If you not using your gifts because of what you think somebody else is going to think, because they might see your video, they might not believe you, they may have remembered who you were before. The sin eaters didn't give a damn. They was literally eating food off a dead person's body. And I don't know what you know about deceased people back in the 15, 16, 14, 1300s, but early times before they knew to embalm a body. But those bodies were not clean because they were breaking down. You working with a clean slate. I don't care what them people say. I don't care what your mama say. I don't care what your daddy say. This is between you and spirit. I don't care if your children don't believe you. This is between you and spirit. And if spirit tells you you can do something, then you need to be doing it. Candle work for other people. Tarot readings. Like all types of divination that you know how to do. This is the time when we're supposed to be like really using all our gifts. Cleansing people's home. Both physically in their home and energetically. This is the time. There are so many systems that are breaking down. And the world functioned like this before with less. These people had less. There was walking miles to get their water out of well. Your water in your house. Your water is at a house that you live in. You got water all around you. There's bottles of water. Oh, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be funny. But this man reminded me that you can make something out of nothing. What seems like nothing. What seems like scraps. What seems like you literally, it can be just you and your personality. You are the tool. All of these things that you use, the pendulums, the tarot cards, the candles, all of this stuff is an extension of you. You are the pendulum. You are the candle. You are the altar. You are the magic. You are the intuition. You are the tool. You are the connection to the divine. You are. You by yourself. And you can use what seems like nothing, which is yourself, and make something happen for you to allow you to thrive.